So you're thinking about making a move here to Myrtle Beach or the Myrtle Beach area, and you're trying to decide where to live. There are so many great towns that surround Myrtle Beach that I think oftentimes get lumped into the name Myrtle Beach. So today we're going to be jumping on my computer, diving into Google Maps so that I can share with you where each of these towns are located and what they have to offer. They're all unique in their own right. They all have their own vibe, their own feel to them. And well, we're going to be getting after it right now. YouTube family, I'm Jeff Bueller with Living in Myrtle Beach. If this is your first time to this channel and you want to learn everything there is to know about living, working, playing, and living that beach lifestyle, you've come to the right place. Hit the subscribe button and tap the little bell. This way you're notified on all things living in Myrtle Beach. Now, before we get started, I do want to give a huge shout out to all the amazing people that we've been able to help successfully make their move here to the beach. If you too are wanting to make a smooth move, whether it's in 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. Better yet, schedule that Zoom call. We'd love to meet you. Okay, so let's get into it right here. Let me share my screen. Here we go. Share screen. And here is the Myrtle Beach area. So we see Myrtle Beach is right here. What I really love about the Grand Strand, the beaches that we have to offer, we are known for having 60 miles of accessible beaches, white sandy beaches from North Myrtle Beach down to Pawleys Island and Deborah. So what we're going to do is we're going to start on the south end here. We're going to make our way north, and we're going to kind of zigzag back and forth inland and back to the coast. So let's get right into Pawleys Island. What I love about Google Maps here, Google Earth, is, and a little side note, is I've got a good friend who is from Scotland. And what was really cool is we were out having some beers one day, and he was able to get on his phone, get onto Google Maps, and he basically took me to his front door in Scotland in this tiny little town, and then showed me around, took me on a walking tour basically of where he grew up. It was pretty amazing. So I'm going to try and do a little bit of the same for you here. All right, so you're going to find, boy, look at that. Look how pretty that is there. So this area here is Deborah Beach. It's just south of Pawleys Island. You can see that there are some homes through this area. It is a resort community. Price point is certainly going to be up there. You're going to find homes, $8, $9, $1 million plus, $2 million in the Deborah area. As we scroll a little further up into Pawleys Island here, what's really neat is there's really only two ways on and off the island. There are two bridges. There's South Causeway and North Causeway. And if you look at this beach area right here, okay, now what's really cool is that on any given day, it's going to be, very uncrowded. There's limited parking right here. So if you're wanting to visit Pawleys Island, you want to get here early, but you do have an area that you can park and then just hang out and chill for the day. Really, really pretty area. You're going to find that there are oceanfront homes, obviously, along here. What's really neat about a lot of these homes is, of course, they have both oceanfront and they have direct access to the inlet here as well, which can get them out into the ocean. So for boating and fishing alike. As we continue to scroll up, I want to get you to North Causeway and South Causeway. So right here, this is South Causeway. This is really the only way or one of two ways on and off of the island. And if we continue up, we're now at North Causeway, and you're going to see that's going to take us right up to Business 17. I want to scroll in here for a second. I think this is really, really cool. Let's see if we can get right up on there. I think we can. I think we can. So there is the town hall. There we go. That's what I was looking to do. The town hall and the police department. So if that kind of gives you an idea of just the laid back feel and vibe of Pawleys Island. You know, Pawleys Island is also known as the Hammock Coast, you know, and the locals refer to them as being shabby chic. I also want to take you up along North Causeway here. And yeah, I knew I was going to find this. You know, on any given day, you're going to find local fishermen here, you know, fishing on the inlet, crabbing, that sort of thing. All right, so if we zoom back out, you can see this is all part of the inlets and estuaries through here. Very, very pretty. We're gonna now kind of, oh, I do want to also show you this. So here is 2nd Street beach access. You would also have 1st Street beach access. So along the island, the first parking lot I showed you on the point, which is on the south end, this would be the north inlet actually, as you can see where the inlet comes in from the ocean. What's really neat is you come out here, especially if you like to shell, find shark's teeth, that sort of thing. You can see that there's a lot of sandbars out here. So during low tide, you can actually cross through here. You can walk here. It gets about knee deep, ankle deep, but you can walk through there. Now, as that tide comes in, beware. You don't want to try and navigate that because that tide will rush through there and it will be impossible and you'll find yourself out here. So do be aware of that for the tides. We're going to scroll out a little bit here and get more inland. You know, another thing I wanted to share with you is one great thing about our area is we are certainly known for our restaurants. We have some amazing restaurants throughout all of Grand Strand, but there's no doubt when my wife and I are looking to go to somewhere just a little bit more special, a little bit nicer, we find ourselves in Pawleys Island. Frank's Outback, definitely one of those places. I'll share a little secret with you here. There it is, Chai Blossom Cafe. Let's see if that pulls up. Oh, see, I think they've even got a little bit hidden there. But that's an incredible restaurant right there, Chai Blossom Cafe. They have an indoor and outdoor seating area that's just absolutely amazing. One of our favorite places to go to for sure. Okay, so now we're getting back onto the main highway. This is going to be Business 17. And Business 17 essentially runs along the entire Grand Strand from north to south. Okay, if we go out here a little bit more, you are going to find, actually I want to do it this way. I think this gives you a good point of view of Pawleys Island, right? All of this area here, throughout here, you have the Tradition Club Golf Course, Caledonia Fish and Golf Club. So there are some neighborhoods that are going to be west of 17. We're going to go through here, and actually you'll find some neighborhoods that will put you right along the Waccamaw River. So if you're looking to have a home more on the river that you can boat from, again, these homes are going to be, you know, in circling $1 million, right? So Pawleys Island is definitely going to be a more your higher price point area throughout the Grand Strand, regardless of where you're at. There, as you move a little bit further north, you are going to find, like in True Blue, which is a golf course community, there are some condominiums through here. So if you still want to be in Pawleys Island, but maybe with that condo lifestyle, you can certainly find that. And as we continue up, so here again, this is the North Inlet. We're still in Pawleys Island here. A lot of great grocery stores. Again, all the restaurants and the inlet here. We're actually going to find, so this is part of Garden City. I'm sorry, that's actually part of Litchfield Beach. So Litchfield Beach, essentially part of Pawleys Island. We continue up through there. Again, more communities that you're going to find. A lot of golf course communities. You see there's no shortage of golfing on the south end in Pawleys Island. As we continue, all right, here's where I was thinking we were actually located. So what's really neat, what I like about this, let's see, I think this will be a good view for you. All right, so you can kind of see where Pawleys Island essentially kind of ends. Pawleys Litchfield Beach. And then going south here. And then what's really neat is, we have a lot of nature preserves, estuaries, that sort of thing. So here's Brook Green Gardens. And just look, this is all nature preserve that essentially buffers the Pawleys Island, Litchfield Beach area up into Myrtle's Inlet. You have, as part of Huntington Beach State Park, a really cool spot right here is this Castle, Atalaya Castle, which is a historic landmark there. You can see this is part of the state park. So also a great place to come and hang out at the beach, where it's just going to be wide open. If you're looking to get on the beach, but you don't want to be in any crowds, well, these are one of the beaches where you're going to find that. As we zoom out, we're then going to make our way now into Myrtle's Inlet. Okay, so here's the inlet here, and you're going to notice that, all right, here's Garden City Beach. The inlet divides the coast to the inland in the Myrtle's Inlet area. Now, Pawleys Island, I'm going to refer to it as shabby chic. Myrtle's Inlet, it's a fishing town. So this is where you're going to find, people in flip-flops and their fishing outfits, right? It is definitely a fishing, boating community. As we get into the downtown, so you can see here, this is Business 17 in the downtown part of downtown Myrtle's Inlet. Here is Bypass 17 coming around Myrtle's Inlet. Lots of great restaurants in here. I mentioned Pawleys has some, just outstanding restaurants. What's really nice, though, they are nicer. You can still find yourself, dressing very casually, going into them and feeling comfortable with that. Trying to get now to, oh, here we go. Okay, so here is the Marsh Walk. So this is a great spot in Myrtle's Inlet, where essentially this is a boardwalk that's just restaurant after restaurant after restaurant. Let's see, we're going to take a view this way. And 4th of July, they have a boat parade through here. That's a ton of fun. You can see the pier here, the tuna shack. This is a great little tiki bar, to hang out. A lot of fishermen kind of hang out here with, you got the boat docks and the marinas. So this is all part of the inlet here that then would separate actually getting to Garden City Beach. We're going to scroll back in a little bit more. One of my favorite spots, I'll give you another little secret spot. So you got Wahoo's Fish House right here. And so there's a great little, the Raw Bar, Wahoo's Raw Bar right here on the water. Kind of hard to tell right here, but it just has a really cool outdoor area with little fountains and just a landscape. It's just really, really pretty area. But again, during the 4th of July, they have boat parades through here, which is a ton of fun to come out here. You will find homes along this area in the downtown. But if we zoom out, and we're actually now going to make our way inland some. Okay, you can tell that there's no shortage of area as we get up into this part of town. Okay, so again, here is Myrtle's Inlet. This is going to be Garden City Beach, right? But we're going to find just so many different types of communities here, many different price points. One of my favorite neighborhoods, actually, where my wife and I got married, is going to be right here in Wachesaw Plantation. We got married right on this little grass spot area here, overlooking the water. Is absolutely beautiful. You've got Kimball's Restaurant. This is part of the Wachesaw Plantation Golf Club. If we move out a little bit more, let's see. I want to get into so the Burgess area. So this is going to be part of the St. James School District, and you're really going to find a lot of neighborhoods here if you're a family and you're looking for very family-oriented type communities. You're going to find them here. I want to say that is St. James High School. Sure is. And then up in here is going to be the Yep. So you're going to find several neighborhoods here. Again, are going to be very family friendly, very family oriented. As I scroll back out, I hope I'm not making you dizzy here, because I did want to point out you then also have Blackmore Golf Club, also a great neighborhood through here if you're looking for golf course living, golf course community. We're going to come back in. So you'll notice, so from let's say Burgess area here, right? This is going to be your main access point, which is 701. I'm sorry, 707. It's going to bring you all the way into the beach, into essentially Garden City Beach, right to 17. And that's really only about, you know, a 20-minute drive to here. And then if we want to get into the beach, so now we're going to start to come up to Garden City. Right, so we can see we've got some areas that are going to be west of 17, okay, and here, so this is going to be bypass, this is going to be business, and then you're going to have Ocean Drive here. Okay, so you got the pier at Garden City. This is where you're going to find, you know, a lot of these oceanfront homes, also inlet side homes. What's really nice about Garden City Beach and Surfside Beach is they're really more known as the family beach. Definitely a very laid back feel to them. You know, family friendly, family oriented. You'll find, you know, people cruising up and down North Walkmall Drive here, also Ocean Drive, that, you know, on their golf carts, just cruising around. You get by the pier, you know, they have the little arcade and all those types of things. You're going to also notice there's really there's only a handful of these oceanfront hotels. The majority of hotels, or I don't even want to call them hotels, the condominiums that are along the beach here, they're going to be 3-4 story level properties, right? So we do have just a couple of these high-rise hotels, but we're going to find a lot of condos that are really going to be, you know, these 4-story, 5-story, you know, up to 7-story condominium buildings that people own but rent out. So in the summertime, kind of those summer months, it's beach houses full of families, these smaller condos, but there's not a lot of that high-rise type, you know, condo buildings that you're going to find more in Myrtle Beach and up in the North Myrtle Beach area. We're going to scoot out a little bit more. We're going to zoom out. So we've hit Garden City here. Okay, here of course are the beaches and Surfside Beach. You know, Surfside Beach and Garden City Beach, they really kind of tend to blend together. You're not going to notice much of a difference between the two as you're cruising along 17. I'm sure people who live in Garden City are going to say Garden City is better than Surfside and vice versa. Garden City is a little bit further south. You have the point in Garden City. Actually, I'll show you that real quick too, because I think it's pretty interesting. Let's see. So this is going to be what's called the point in Garden City Beach, and I'm really going to zoom in here to this house here. This house is pretty spectacular right here. Now, rumor has it back in the day, I don't know if it's true or not, but I've always been told that Dolly Parton used to own this home. Don't know how true that is, but you can see it's pretty spectacular. Just sits out kind of on its lonesome right on the point here. Now, this part of the beach, this is a gated community through here. So to access, you can see there's kind of an access way here to the beach. You can really only access this if you're in the community, or easily, I should say. Now you could, if you are, obviously you can walk the entire beach. There are no restrictions there, but I want to say there's the guardhouse right there. So you can actually, there are some areas that you can park and then essentially walk the beach, walk all the way down here. I've done it a few times myself, and it's certainly worth the hike. Okay, so scrolling back out here, we're going to zoom out. I want to take us a little bit further inland. So we've hit Garden City, we've hit Burgess. We're going to continue on. We have Surfside Beach. You're also going to find a lot of great little hidden neighborhoods through here within Surfside Beach. As you get along here, you've got some of the campgrounds, Ocean Lakes, Pirate Land Campground, those sorts of areas. This is bypass 17. Okay, there's 707. And so here is Socastee. Again, a lot of great neighborhoods through here. I think you're going to find these neighborhoods to be more reasonably priced. Most of the price points through Socastee are going to be about in the 300s on average as a whole. That's kind of a very black and white picture. Lots of growth that's going on throughout this entire area as we get even closer into Surfside. So really from Socastee to Surfside Beach, you're 15, 20 minutes at the most. You can see lots of shopping centers have been being built up through this area. See, there's another neighborhood, Southwood. So this is the community of Southwood. You're going to find a lot of single family homes. I'm going to say a little bit of an older demographic that lives through here. Some of these homes are going to be really kind of range in about the 1,800 to 2,000 square feet. There are kind of two sections. This is a little bit of the older section, and then this is more of the newer section for Southwood. You can see it's quite a large neighborhood. And then as we continue along up, we're going to start to find ourselves in Myrtle Beach. So here's the Myrtle Beach International Airport. And I'll tell you, the Myrtle Beach International Airport, for convenience and ease of getting in and out for traveling, is just, it's spectacular. It's so easy. It's funny, whenever we're flying and traveling, my wife still has that rule of thumb of at least 2 hours. And to get through security and to your gate in Myrtle Beach Airport takes you 30, 45 minutes at the most. It's so easy. So you're going to notice here's Myrtle Beach State Park. We're getting closer to kind of the downtown area. One of the newer, more popular communities that have really just exploded over the past several years is going to be through here. So this is the Market Commons. The Market Commons actually was once the Myrtle Beach Air Force Base. And so you're still really going to find remnants. If I scroll through here, you're going to see a lot of these buildings here. They're old Air Force base housing or Air Force buildings. They did actually convert some of the base housing. Where am I going to find that? It's going to be more over here. A lot of these homes here were actually the old base housing for the enlisted personnel. And a lot of them have been renovated. Some have been highly renovated, and they're just absolutely, gorgeous little homes, duplexes. You do have the technical school there. What I really love is that the city did a great job of making sure that they did actually leave some green area. They built this park. You've got Savannah's playground here. Soccer fields. We attract a lot of sports tourism. So you got these baseball fields, soccer fields here. But what's really, really neat and really kind of special about Market Commons is they made it kind of a live, work, almost kind of a mini little city town. So you're going to notice as we get in here, let's see if I can get, there we go. So as I get us right in, you're going to notice you've got all these restaurants here. King Street Grill, Tupelo Honey, but then you're also going to have these townhome style building. Look at that golf cart. If you're moving to Myrtle Beach, you need to make sure you have a golf cart. We golf cart everywhere in most all neighborhoods. The Myrtle Beach area is really, consists of neighborhoods. And so within those neighborhoods, you can cruise around your golf cart. The majority of all neighborhoods allow golf carts, but you can see some of these are live work. So someone may, live up here, but then also there is a shop of some sort on the first level. So just really, really cool area. Some of these are going to be full 3-story townhomes that you can own. Let's continue to follow this golf cart. Let's see, where are they going? So let's see, I guess we lost them. Okay, so we lost the golf cart. Are they still behind us? No, they're gone. You do have single family homes. I like this one here. Again, 3-story homes. A lot of these do have elevators in them. But what's really great is you'll notice that it's really just designed to be its own little mini city, its own little mini kind of downtown area where you can walk, lots of sidewalks everywhere. Zoom back out. That's what I'm trying to do there. So that's kind of the downtown part, for lack of a better term, of Market Common. But then you also have, so we're going to go up. This is Faro Parkway here. Okay, Faro Parkway is going to run up here, and look at all these neighborhoods that you're going to find that are still essentially within Market Common. Okay, and it's really meant to be very self-sustaining. There is a Walmart market right here. It's a neighborhood market, so it's not like a giant super Walmart, right? It's really more of a grocery store. You have Dunkin' Donuts that is recently is actually there. Eggs Up Grill, great little breakfast spot. Highly recommend that. And they are building even more homes over this area. Let's see. There's no shortage of construction going on. So we're going to find more neighborhoods being built here. And actually, as we come further out, all of this area is actually being constructed right now. And if I'm not mistaken, right in here, this is actually going to be a shopping center where there's now a Publix grocery store that is in the process of being built there. And then again, you have more neighborhoods here. All right, so if I haven't completely lost you yet, let's zoom back out and kind of see where we were there. So again, this is Bypass 17 that's running north and south here. This is Business 17 to the right here. And then this is all the Market Common area. Oh, you can even see the bark park, so there are dog parks there. And then if we come back to the coast, let's come back to the beach. All right, this is where we start to get into, what we'll call Myrtle Beach proper, right? What most people think of when they think of Myrtle Beach. This is where we're going to find all of the high-rise condominium complexes, the resort hotels, the landmarks, the Grand Atlantic, Paradise, all of those type hotels. So this is definitely the area that's going to be, in the summertime, it's busy. There's no question about it. You go to the beach here, well, you're going to be, blanket to blanket, chair to chair with all the other people who are vacationing. And you can find some homes kind of in and around this area as well. But you'll notice then, okay, so here is our main, so here's downtown Myrtle Beach. Okay, we've got the sky wheel. Let's see if we can see the sky wheel. There it comes. And if you look in right here, my little logo, we've got the sky wheel as, in there as well. So this is the pavilion area, the sky wheel area. I will give Myrtle Beach a lot of credit. They've done a great job of revitalizing this area. You see, we now have this whole boardwalk that comes all up along here. We've got the Plyler Park. They'll do little things out here. You've got the boardwalk that runs up here. The Country Music Festival, actually, that will be coming up soon, it'll be staged right in this area, right on the beach. This is the site of the old pavilion where all the roller coasters and rides used to be. Essentially, right now you've got kind of these zip line things, but they use it for events like the Country Music Festival. You've got some beach volleyball courts here. So this is really kind of that downtown area. Again, I give them a lot of credit. The city, they've done a great job, I think, revitalizing this area. making it more appealing for tourists and locals alike. And especially in this area here, which we would call the 5 Points area. Right up in here, this is the 5 Points area. They have, or am I getting a little lost? Right here, okay. You've got Grand Strand Brewery that has been recently built. So they're doing a lot to really try to, again, revitalize this area, bring in some new, businesses to help in doing so. All right, so we're gonna zoom back out. So that's the downtown Myrtle Beach area. And again, here is gonna be Highway 501. All right, 501 is what's gonna take us west of the waterway. So if I scroll out, what we're really going to find here, so you've got Carolina Forest. Again, Socastee Burgess was down this way. You're going to have Forest Brook. There's Forest Brook right in here. This really would be considered kind of the suburbs of Myrtle Beach, right? So this is some of the areas that you're really going to find a lot of families moving into, especially within Carolina Forest. So we have, let's get to the entrance of Carolina Forest Boulevard, which I want to say, obviously, again, no shortage of golf courses. All right, there's Carolina Forest Elementary School, the post office. Okay, so here is 501, and then this is going to be the main entrance to Carolina Forest and Carolina Forest Boulevard. And so what's nice about that is Carolina Forest is really, try to also be very self-sustaining, where you have grocery stores, you have restaurants, you have, all the things that you need, all the conveniences that you need. So if we're going to zoom out just a little bit, and we'll take our way up along Carolina Forest Boulevard, where again, we're going to find, just so many different neighborhoods, all at different price points. Here's the elementary school. Here's kind of one of the original neighborhoods. Actually is right in through here, which is Waterford Plantation. What I really like about Waterford Plantation is, it was one of the original neighborhoods in Carolina Forest. So with that, there's a lot of, natural and mature growth when we talk about trees and landscaping and that sort of thing. All right, so we're going to continue making our way up Carolina Forest Boulevard here. Again, it's just neighborhood after neighborhood after neighborhood. Brighton Lakes. One thing you're also going to notice, there are a lot of communities that are lake communities, right? So, but essentially, I'll address that for a moment, is that what the developers and builders do is they dig and fill, right? So as they're constructing a community like, say, here, well, they need the fill dirt because we are, at sea level. They need to rise things up. So they'll dig out these ravines or ponds, lakes, whatever you want to call them, and then they'll use that dirt for the fill dirt to build on, and then essentially turn them into lakes. So you're not going to, if your expectations, if you see some of these neighborhoods, like here's a great example. Here's Plantation Lakes. Very, very popular. I'm going to say it's an executive style, neighborhood. Price points here, are going to start at least in the $500,000 price point. Now, what is neat about this neighborhood, what is a bit unique, is you can actually boat in these lakes. It is navigable. Now, you're not going to take out a speedboat and water ski and and do water sports, on these lakes, but you can have a little pontoon boat. Let's see if I can find maybe someone. Okay, here we go. So you can see some of these people here have their docks. Here's some. So essentially, they're like mini pontoon boats. I almost call them like golf cart pontoon boats, but it's going to allow someone who's here or anywhere on the water, and then it's going to allow them to traverse up to the amenity center. And so they have some docks here, and then that's going to allow take them right to the amenity center, their swimming pool, tennis courts, you know, all those sort of things. So it can definitely be a lot of fun, especially if you live, you know, maybe further back here. And, you know, of course you can fish on these lakes and that sort of thing. But again, they're not designed to be water sport, water skiing, speedboats, that sort of thing. You also have Water Bridge. And so this is another community that has these large lakes throughout, so that you can have lakefront property. As a matter of fact, for Water Bridge, you are not allowed to boat on it. So they're a little different than Plantation Lakes. Is for whatever reason is they've decided not to allow that. Water Bridge is known, though, however, as having one of, if not the largest community swimming pools, I want to say in the country. This thing is just absolutely amazing. You can see here. So it's a resort style swimming pool. And again, I think what you're really going to find, and what we love about living in this area, as I mentioned, we are comprised of primarily neighborhoods, and all these neighborhoods have, you know, a swimming pool on one level or another, and a lot of them are really resort style swimming pools. So we're going to back out just a little bit. So again, here's Plantation Lakes. There was Water Bridge. Here is a middle school here. There's a lot of construction going on here. I don't know that Google Maps is showing it right now. You're gonna find a community that I've talked about before, is the Parks. Is one of our newest communities that you're gonna find new construction being built there. Some more neighborhoods again with these lakes, and they really, now don't get me wrong, you know, these lakes, I think it's great if you lived on a home site like this, where, you know, I mean, that's actually really pretty, and it does draw in a lot of natural wildlife and different types of birds and egrets, and, you know, actually see a lot of bald eagles, and you know, so it does bring in a lot of you know, natural wildlife. You have the Horry County Library, the Parks and Rec through here. I'm going to kind of speed through this a little bit more. Otherwise, we will spend a long time going through Carolina Forest. If you'd like to see more Carolina Forest, though, in depth, leave a comment below, and we can certainly do that. Again, some large neighborhoods through here. But what I really want to show you, what makes kind of, you know, Carolina Forest pretty special, especially, so we started on the, what I'd say is the front end of Carolina Forest, and I'm now taking you to the back end. I think that's how it's referred to kind of in local terms, right? So if we go to the back end of Carolina Forest Boulevard, which is right here, it then intersects with River Oaks Drive. Okay, well, River Oaks Drive is going to take us back to 501, but if you look here, River Oaks then comes to Grissom Parkway, okay, and then Grissom Parkway jumps over Highway 31. Highway 31 is kind of our new freeway that will get you from the South Strand to the North Strand in no time at all. But within 10 minutes, actually I've timed it from here, you can be down into Myrtle Beach within 8 minutes. Now here's the best part. We've talked about, we were in Myrtle Beach where, you know, the kind of the touristy areas. Well, if you come down along here, you're going to find yourself, I want to say this is going to be 48th Avenue or 46th Avenue. Let's see how right I am. Yep, 48th Avenue North. Okay. And then as we take, so Grissom Parkway to 48th Avenue North to the beach, now we're actually in the Golden Mile section. So this area all through here, actually I want to get my pen out. Annotate somewhere along here, right? Draw, let's try this. So this whole area here, actually even more so, is going to be, if I zoom out, I will stop that because that is not doing what I wanted to do. Yeah, let's let's delete you. Clear. Eraser. Maybe there we go. Nope, not working at all. All right, so we gotta, there we go. We're gonna zoom out. I guess that's gonna be left there. So this area here is the Golden Mile section. So what I really wanted to notate, again, this is where you're going to have all, you know, $1 million homes. But what's so nice, okay, that's going to drive me nuts too. So let's see if I can, I want to undo that. I want to get the eraser. There we go. There we go. Technical difficulties sometimes. Oh, I guess I gotta get out of there, back to there. Okay, I hope you're getting a good laugh at my expense. All right, so, but what I want to show you here, what's so nice about this area is every avenue, there is public parking. Okay, now it is, you do need to pay to park there during the season, but you have access, you know, to the beach. And this is where really kind of the locals come, right? So when we talk about Myrtle Beach and people say, oh, Myrtle Beach is too crowded at the beach. Well, yeah, if I zoom out and I come back way down here where all these hotels are, yes, that's going to be crowded. But if we get into this residential section along the Golden Mile, right, this is where, you know, again, this is where all the locals come to hang out. And then we do have a little stretch right here of, you know, a handful of high-rise hotels. But then again, we have more of, you know, residents where you do have beach access. This is actually the cabana section. This is a very unique area here, this cabana section. So actually on the left here of my screen are homes, and the cabana section, these are just like little cabanas. You can't live in them, but people do own them, and they're just little beach cabanas. So when they come to the beach, you know, they have a place maybe to cool off or take a nap or relax, have a little kitchen and that sort of thing. But what's also really cool about this whole cabana section is you see, of course, you've got this bike and walk path that runs all the way along it, right, with all this unobstructed beach here. And again, it's accessible, so you can come. Now parking's a little bit more challenging here, but you can find areas to park. There is public parking nearby, and then you can access this area here. So if we go back out again, we can see how easily you can get to the beach from the Carolina Forest area. Okay, let's see. Oh, another great feature that I'm seeing. I'm sorry, that red dot is gonna drive me absolutely insane. So eraser, whoop, got rid of you. Okay, clear. All right, so I figured that out. Thank you. So something that I wanted to point out that caught my attention is the Hulk, the Horry County Bike and Run Trail. So if you are into mountain biking, believe it or not, we have some just really, really cool trails. They may not compare to more mountainous areas, but you can see this is all mountain bike trails that run through here. You can, walk on these trails as well. They are dual run and bike trails, but a great little spot to come to. They often do triathlons through here, biathlons. So people swim, run, bike. So another neat little feature. We're definitely an outdoors town, and why wouldn't we be with our weather? So we're going to continue up along Myrtle Beach here. One of the more exclusive communities is going to be right here, the Grand Dunes. And so the Grand Dunes, you have the golf course, and you have homes that are going to be right along the Intracoastal Waterway here. Okay, now these homes are price points really going to start in the $1 million price point. If you're looking for lifestyle, though, this certainly offers it. It is going to be gated, so you can see as you come here, you have to get through the guard gate, then crossing over the Intracoastal Waterway. You do have this marina here. There's a Ruth Chris Steakhouse. But what else is really special about the Grand Dunes, let's see, what's the best way for me to find it, is going to be, let me scroll out, is they do have their own private beach club. And I think I see it. That's not it. That's not it. I'm going the wrong way. Here we go. So if I zoom in here, oh, nope. That's Vista Del Mar. I'm getting myself a little back. Okay, here we go. I found it. I knew I'd find you. So here is the Grand Dunes private beach club right here. Okay, and so you only have access if you live in the community, or you can actually buy membership into this beach club here. And so if you want to be a little extra pampered, and when you come out to the beach and already have your chairs and umbrellas set up, well, then this is going to be the community for you. I'll tell you, bang for your buck. If you're retiring and you're looking for a 55 plus community that is part of the Grand Dunes, there's a Del Webb community right in here that is on the Intracoastal Waterway. And I think this is where it would be here, but you do have access to all that as well. All right, so we have covered Pawleys Island, Garden City, Surfside, Burgess, Socastee, Carolina Force. We're going to zoom out. We're going to continue making our way north into the North Myrtle Beach area. Where you have Briarcliff Acres. This is one of the original, more established neighborhoods here. I'm going to say, again, a resort community that just offers so much is going to be here is Barefoot Resort. So you got Barefoot Resort and Golf. This is all in North Myrtle Beach. You have condos, townhomes, single family homes. This too is just one of those just ginormous neighborhoods that just offers so much. You've got a marina here, and then of course this is Barefoot Landing. This is kind of a, it's a tourist area. It's a destination area. It's a vacation area, but we still love coming here as a family ourselves. You've got Crooked Hammock Brewery. This is actually quite new. It's a lot of fun. You've got Lulu's Beach Bar here. This is a really, really fun place. What's really cool is they've got this, here we'll even zoom all the way in. They've got this whole sandy beach area. So when you've got the kids, you can really just kind of let them, just run around and play on the beach. They've got this whole zip line obstacle course here. Of course, you got to pay for that, but you can, sit out here, hang out. You see there's some beach chairs, some Adirondack chairs, picnic tables. So just a really good spot to come, bring the family, hang out, have a good time. Tons of restaurants, obviously. But again, so then if you lived here, you really could just take your golf cart, boom, right there. And then again, you have the beach. And Barefoot Landing too has its own private beach club. I'm not going to try and find it. I know it's in here somewhere, but I know they've been doing some renovation to it. Actually, they're completely redoing it. It's a multi-million-dollar project, so I'm sure it's going to be pretty spectacular. We move into, the Atlantic Beach section. and then into North Myrtle Beach, further into North Myrtle Beach. Again, this is, kind of an older section of our area where, these beach homes, you're going to find a lot of beach homes from the 40s and 50s throughout this area. You can certainly find, homes that have been rebuilt, or maybe a home was, torn down and they've rebuilt the home, especially along the ocean here. We're going to zoom out some more and we'll find our way. Okay, so this is definitely going to be more, kind of your beach type properties. But as far as more kind of like residential, if you're looking, somewhere where you're going to live more year round, not to say that you can't with any of those, but more in kind of the community neighborhood type areas, outside of kind of the tourist areas, then that's where we're going to start to find ourselves into, surf, golf, and beach club. We're going to find ourselves into Surf Estates, which is right up in here, another gorgeous neighborhood. And look how close all of these, this is all golf cart distance to the beach. So there are a lot of great neighborhoods, again, very, very close to the beach within a golf cart ride. And then we make our way, you've got Tidewater Golf. And then essentially, as far as the beach, here we went from one point, which was the point in Pawleys Island, and now to Cherry Grove Point. And there are some condominium complexes through here and some homes all along the inlets. All right, and then this is essentially where we come to the point where then it crosses over into Hog Island, and then we actually start to cross the border into North Carolina once we get up to here. But Hog Island is, though you can access it, it is another preserve. So you can see there's Wadey's Island, and again you can access a lot of this primarily by boat, but we have so many preserves as well, which I think is just fantastic, which allows us a lot of great areas to explore. All right, so now as we get up near the border, the next town is going to be Little River. Okay, so here's the downtown Little River area here. Again, similar to Murrells Inlet, this is going to be a fishing town, right? And you do have some spots where you're going to have kind of, restaurant after restaurant, some areas to walk around throughout the downtown area there. A couple of neighborhoods that I really like and have helped a lot of clients. There we go. Okay, sorry if I made you dizzy on that one. All right, so I want to kind of zoom out, get my own point of reference. We have Little River, which then also comes out as we go further inland. We're then going to find ourselves River Hills. This is a very popular golf course community, also very well established community that's been around for a long time. And we do have some newer construction areas throughout here. So you'll notice as proximity to the beaches, even as we get inland, really are only 25, 30 minutes, and are becoming more and more accessible with the infrastructure of roads that are being put into place. Here's a neighborhood that I was trying to find if they have it built out on Google Maps. Here is Bridgewater. So this is a 55 plus community that's just all about resort living. So I think you'll notice kind of the theme for a lot of our neighborhoods. It's about lifestyle. When you're moving to Myrtle Beach, it is about lifestyle resort living. If we go a little further out, let's see, so I can get my point of reference. Okay, we go into the Longs community. This is also a very up and coming, growing area. Has a lot of convenience, a lot of fantastic neighborhoods throughout here. Golf course communities. You're going to find the price points a little bit lower here. So Longs, Conway, even Carolina Forest. These are areas, Socastee, that are going to be, you know, obviously the further inland you get, the more affordable it becomes. But with that is then there's more growth, and with that growth then becomes more conveniences and more infrastructure to help support that. All right, I think I'm getting a little dizzy on that one. There's 90. I'm trying to get ourselves into Conway. I think I'm gonna have to zoom out to refine my point of reference. Okay, so here's the border. Longs is in this area. You can go, if you're looking more for country living, you can start to go out to Loris, Green Sea Floyd's area is where you're going to find yourself more out into the country. But as we get into the next area I want to show you is Conway. Conway also really up and coming. So you're going to have Coastal Carolina University right here. Here's Highway 501. So Coastal Carolina University, and then 501, we're going to follow business 501 right into downtown and along the Riverwalk. Boy, there's not a prettier spot to spend a lazy afternoon than the Riverwalk. It's just absolutely gorgeous to come down there. You can see right along the river, there's a boardwalk, park benches. It's a good spot just for a lazy day. Bring the kids down. There's some playgrounds. And then you also have, you know, really some great restaurants that have, you know, started to be built up here. Trying to see if it will show on the map. So Bonfire Taqueria is right here. Is it showing up? Not really, not on this map. If I zoom out. But this is all the historic downtown. And there are always things that are events that are taking place in the downtown area. A lot of new restaurants are really starting to pop up. Crooked Oak Tavern, Crafty Rooster. I see the Conway Downtown Alive. So there are events every Sunday. Let's see. Oh, here's where I wanted to get to was here's the playground. You've got this marina, and then so this walk goes all the way to the water. It's just a long, winding boardwalk. And really nice, peaceful spot to come down to. I wonder if we can actually. And you're going to find a lot of housing options throughout Conway. You know, whether it's the downtown area or, you know, as you start to get just outside of downtown. And again, you're going to find the price points are going to be much more affordable. The Conway Medical Center. So I hope this really gives you a good indication of just the types of areas that are available to you. So much more than just Myrtle Beach, right? From the south end of Pawleys Island. Again, it's kind of the shabby chic area. Price point's going to be a little bit higher. As you go up into Murrells Inlet, definitely, again, a very laid back fishing town type atmosphere. As you get into, Garden City and Surfside beaches, these are the beaches that are going to be a little more, they call themselves the family beaches. They're, I don't want to say they're, other beaches are less family friendly. These are just the beaches where you're going to have less of the high-rise hotels. It gives you more of kind of that quintessential, beach town feeling when you're out and about, you're walking around, during the day, driving the golf carts, hanging out at night. It feels like that, kind of vacation beach town. And then as you, go just outside, if you want to be close to the Surfside beach area, then the other towns that you're going to want to be in are going to be like the Burgess area, Socastee, and then even into, maybe Forest Brook. But as we get to kind of Forest Brook and Carolina Forest, we're more into the Myrtle Beach beaches. And as we've seen, there are some beautiful beaches in Myrtle Beach, in the city limits of Myrtle Beach. But there's no question, as we get into kind of, Myrtle Beach proper, that downtown area where you have the Family Kingdom amusement park and, just all these high-rise hotels throughout here, that is where it's going to be more of a destination, a vacation destination area. That is where it's going to be, a bit more crowded, especially during the summer months. During the fall and winter, my family and I will often, explore down there and kind of play tours. In the summertime, maybe not so much. It just gets a little too busy. As you move, kind of further up, again, here's where we're getting, here's that Golden Mile section, of the $1 million homes. And then you're going to have essentially the Grand Dunes just west of that, of the waterway. And then as you continue even further up, then we get into, North Myrtle Beach. But if you're wanting to be, in the North Myrtle Beach section, but not at the beach, then this is where you start to look into, the Longs section of, and the Barefoot section, or even up into Little River. And then the suburbs are going to be as you get into Forest Brook and Carolina Forest. So there's any other areas that you really wanted to for us to dive into, let us know. Give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. Either way, we'll help you make that smooth move. And until next time, I look forward to seeing you at the beach.